Is Kyle Henderson of Bama football on YouTube? I appreciate you guys being here. My goodness, there is so much news to track. And I'm going to watch the game with you. We're going to hang out. We're going to have a good time. We're going to break bread. I appreciate you guys being here. You got Miami taking on Ole Miss. Let me know who you think's going to win inside the comment box. Before the game literally kicks off, which should be any minute, and I'm going to post a poll inside here. Who wins this game? Type O for Ole Miss. Type M for Miami. Go ahead and vote now inside the comment box. But there are a lot of news items that we have to get to, okay? Like, yo, I am going to have to recut some of Wake Up Bama because the news is crazy, literally, all right? And look, my boy Jarvis coined this, okay? He called it Portal Combat. I got to give love where it's due, okay? So let's go over some of the items before we watch the game together as it's warming up. It should be started here momentarily. And if you've been here before, you know how this works. I mean, this won't be necessarily like it probably will turn into like a play-by-play. We'll be hanging out, of course. Like the game is about to kick off. They'll have the scoreboard ready and everything like that. But, yo, let's run through a couple of these items because this is crazy, all right? All right. So the first thing is Jacarius Peak is no longer visiting Alabama, all right? So you're like, oh, man, that's not good, right? Oh, geez, terrible. He's the number one tackle, right, in the portal, right? We would love to have him. You're not going to get everybody. But this is the crazy thing. So Peak isn't coming. And literally, like, as soon as that news happened, this other news happened, is that Ty Haywood entered the portal from Michigan, which is crazy. Remember Ty Haywood? Who remembers Ty Haywood? Yo, Ty Haywood was committed to Bama, right? He was committed to Bama. So now he's in the transfer portal. All right, so we'll talk about him in just a second. This game is about to kick off. I'm sure you have it on your TV. We're going to break bread together. We're going to hang out. We're going to enjoy ourselves tonight. But let's go over a couple pieces of news as we go into the evening portion, all right? So Peak not coming. Haywood now interested in Bama. That would be a gigantic get, right? Oh, my God. Cam Coleman, he's officially coming to Bama on Friday, right, which is tomorrow. So he's here. And Isaiah Horton hit the transfer portal. So, oh, my God. It's like, woo, what a crazy last, I don't know, couple of 2 hours. This portal is crazy, right? So, I don't know. Haywood, this guy is definitely in play. And if you forgot who he is, 6'5", 315-pound offensive tackle. He was committed to Bama for a really long time, remember? And then he decided to flip to Michigan. He went to Michigan. He didn't play that much, right? He only played in 15 snaps. What's up, Alyssa? Good to see you inside the combine. Appreciate it. Todd, what's up, man? Appreciate it. Thank you so much. No, Todd, but what about Ty Haywood? What if they get Cam Coleman and Ty Haywood, right? So played in 15 snaps, and he was a former 5-star. Let's see what happens. But Haywood seems to be back in the picture. And I'm sure you're out there, and you're like, well, like, this is too crazy. I can't even keep track of it. I know. I get it. We'll come back to Isaiah Horton leaving in just a second. But let's kind of recap stuff as we're going to celebrate this game together. And I appreciate you guys being here for this watch along. Just Business, what's up, man? Became a fan funder of the program. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. It never stops, all right? The news never stops, right? It just keeps coming and coming and coming. And we'll field it like a shortstop. Right to first base. All right, so you got the portal commitment so far. We got 6 in the house. All right, you got Joshua Ford, Hollywood Smothers, Caleb Woodson, Devin Tompkins, Caden Strayhorn, and Ethan Tangle. Tangle's new today, right? But you guys are like, I don't care who we already have, right? I want to know who's next, right? You're like, I don't care about these guys already. I want more guys, right? Right? Am I right? So these are the transfer portal targets. And if you're just popping in, you're like, well, where's Jacarius Peak? Peak is not coming. All right, he's not coming anymore. But you got Ty Haywood, who's back in the fold. Yo, look at this. I've been swapping out these dudes' little bios left and right, man. Holy cow. So would you guys be happy about Ty Haywood? Right? And so far the fans feel that 63% are taking Ole Miss tonight. Man, I don't know. Shoot. Well, Todd, you know what's interesting about Jimothy? He played left tackle. That's all he played at Mississippi State. I bring him to Pro Football Focus. He played, 300 snaps over there. Do you think he'll play more guard? Because he has a size for guard. He's like, he would be a massive guard, right? And I guess all these players are announcing that they're returning. When were they leaving? Like, I just got an announcement that Keelan Russell's returning. I just got an announcement that Ryan Williams is returning. Were these players leaving? I know. Like, I don't think I'm against all the announcements. I think you don't need to announce that they're it's like me. Like, yo, guess what? I have an announcement, guys. I have an announcement. Okay. This is my number one announcement. All right. I'm sorry. I have to tell you guys. You guys ready for my announcement? Who's ready for it? I got a major announcement. I have to tell you guys this, okay? I'm coming back to work tomorrow. I mean, like, what are we doing here? Why are we announcing every single thing? It's like, why does it have to be, everything has to be announced? Why? How did we get there? What is this? Whatever happened, you know what? Whatever happened to just like coming back to practice? The guy's coming back for like his sophomore year? Shocker. Wow, where were you going? Where were you going? What were you doing? Right? We didn't know that you were like coming back to work to practice? Yo, I'm coming back. I just want to make an announcement that I'm coming back to practice. Dude, we know you're coming back. We love you. We've invested in you. Right? Like, people are paying your salary through Yale, Alabama for you to come back. Right? It's like, what if I made an announcement every weekend that I was coming back with another video? It's like, just show up, man. That's the flex. The flex is the pride and performance, and that you're just gonna come back. Right? Man, that's weird. Jeez. So here are the transfer portal targets, all right? So these are the targets. You got Ty Haywood, you got Jordan Ross, you got Jimothy Lewis, you got DJ Chester. I think Todd likes Jimothy as like a backup guard, it sounds like. I agree. I think he'll be like a reserve, 100%. Cody Sigler, and then Cam Coleman, he's coming on Friday, okay? Brock Riker, he's been offered as well. You have Adam Watford, right? A punter. He probably signed. Carmelo O'Neal, and then Tony Diaz. Those guys are recent offers. So that's kind of the target board. Who do we like here, right? I immediately, like, my ears perk up with Ty Haywood, right? And I'll discuss kind of more in detail about kind of the receivers. I guess Ryan Williams just announced that he's coming back. It's like, we know. Where were you going? Keelan Russell, I guess, announced that he's coming back to where were they going? Let me ask you guys, yes or no, did you think that Keelan Russell was going somewhere? With Ty Simpson leaving, were you like, you think Keelan Russell was like, well, since Ty went to the NFL, I guess I'm going to transfer, right? I guess Austin Mack has to make an announcement too, right? Man, the announcements are wild, right? I didn't think that Hollywood is going anywhere. Neither would Keelan Russell. I was like, oh, I thought you guys were going to be starters here. So we still need the rest of the team to make announcements that they're coming back. So I guess we'll just wait. Davis says that definitely getting Coleman. It seems like it. Look, Bama has, I know this is, people aren't going to believe this. Bama has as much money as anybody else in college football. And you guys can say that they don't and all that stuff. Yes, they do. They do. The crazy thing is right now that Texas A&M and Indiana, I think they're number 1 and 2 in the transfer portal rankings. They're each backed by billionaires. Bama has that much money as well. They will get whoever they want to, okay? They'll make it work, okay? So if, they're in the Cam Coleman sweepstakes, right? They'll get it done, 100%. And if they want to get up, and then they're gonna get Cam Coleman, and that'll just be it. It'll tell you a lot if Cam Coleman commits to Bama. All right, you'll break the internet, 100%. You'll break the internet with Cam Coleman. Do you guys think he's coming here? Where do you think that? Oh, Daniel, I think they do, 100%, dog, 100%. Oh, I live here in Tuscaloosa. I see it all the time. The amount that they're paying the players, dude, you've had so much cash freed up. You have so much money. It's funny that the narrative is like the Alabama is like this poor little school. It's like, dude, you should see this place. Take a walk down campus. Cam Coleman, all right, what do you guys think? Has anybody made a prediction? Do you think that Cam Coleman comes here? Because there was a fake news site. I don't know who it was. Was it No 3 Sports that said that Cam Coleman was going to Texas, right? I don't know. He hasn't announced yet. Smart with our money was to get Peak. So to update you guys, I don't know if you guys saw this, but Peak is no longer coming here. That's why I've removed him from the target board. So clearly, like somebody, I don't know where he's going. I don't know where he's been forecasted, right? But he's not coming. Just wait till Texas Tech spends $1 billion on their roster. And what's going to be crazy is when they spend that and they still can't win a championship. That's what's going to be crazy. Let's see. Todd says I think, do you think Jackson Lloyd will start at left tackle? I think he could. Unless they get this Ty Haywood in. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. All right, welcome to tonight's show. These are some other guys who were offered tonight. You got Carmelo O'Neal, Tony Diaz, right, at the receiver. Who had time to watch this guy's highlight tape? Did you guys like it? I loved it. This dude was a baller. He's like 5'11", 175. Man. Absolute nightmare. I think he caught for like 800 yards last year. All right. Jimothy Lewis. Here's our guy who's been predicted to Bama. I don't know how you guys feel about him. It doesn't seem like you guys are that excited about him. I think from like a depth perspective, you need him because you need like offensive linemen, 100%, right? So we'll figure out like what happens there. And then the Cam Coleman sweepstakes. All right. I'm going to put up a poll. All right, let's do a poll. Right. So 64% of you feel that Ole Miss wins this game. Okay, we'll come back to that. Someone write that down. And we will start a new poll. Where does Cam Coleman come? Where does Cam Coleman end up? All right. And for this one, I'm just going to put Bama or I'm going to put somewhere else. All right, you guys go ahead and vote inside the comment box. I'm going to bring up another graphic on the screen that will kind of go a little bit more in depth on that because I want some interaction inside the comment box tonight. We got Miami. We got Ole Miss. They're coming up. They're going for the coin toss. They always say the game starts at 6:30, and then the game never starts until, like, you know how it is. It's like 15 minutes after. Let's see. I think I thought I had a poll built for you guys for Cam Coleman, where he would go. Oh, here it is. All right, so for the Cam Coleman sweepstakes, what do you think right here? What do y'all think? Go ahead and type A for Texas, B for Texas Tech, C A&M, or D Bama inside the comment box. Let's see what you guys got. Oh, man, I don't know, man. You imagine if, clearly, right, you think, like, these major schools just can buy him. But what if Bama gets him? Let me ask you this. If Bama gets Cam Coleman, does that mean that Bama outbid these other schools? Because, like, come on, like these schools. I'm just messing. Like, these schools have billions. right? Like I mean, Bama has money, but like, come on, like look who they're against. But would it mean that they outbid him, or would it be like something else, right? I don't know. I think it'd be crazy if they get him. You're talking about, I mean, this who would this commitment be like comparable to on like a massive scale? Is there who would it be? Okay, let me ask you this. In the transfer portal like society that we live in, right? Who's the biggest commitment that Alabama's had from the transfer portal? Like before it got all crazy, because even when like Jameer Gibbs came here, it wasn't like this. Even when JMO came here, it wasn't like this. Now this is like a season. This is like a whole thing. It's a whole production. You get the re-signing announcements, all this stuff, right? The Hunter's taking it way back. He's going to Julio. Yeah, I don't know. I I'm feeling more confident about Bama, but I always feel that way. I don't know. I just believe they'd be able to get him. It's just crazy going up against these schools. Come on. Damani Jackson was big. That was a big one. Right? So we'll see. Hopefully I'm around the house when this happens. Hey, what's up, Soli? I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. All right, so this is the watch along for this game. It's just going to be an interactive, um, broadcast where we can chit chat about this game. And as things come out, we'll cover them because the news has just been absolutely cooking. You all know that. It's been crazy. And if you have questions inside the comment box, feel free to like dump them in. This is kind of just a celebration of college football. We'll be hanging out and we'll be, watching this game together right here on Bama Football on YouTube, which I appreciate you guys. And look, the news, I would imagine that news happens while we're here. And you know what we'll do. We'll cover it. So, and if you're just joining us, some of the news that is in is the fact that Ty Haywood is now like on the board. Okay. Yeah. I know you're like, what? Ty Haywood? Isn't that the same Ty Haywood that was committed? Yeah. He's back. All right. Here's a list. If you want to like screenshot this graphic real quick, that's cool. Just to kind of keep track of like who's in, who's out. Jacarius Speaks, as we said. Jacarius Peak, as I said earlier, he is not coming anymore. All right. That would be dope if you get Ty Haywood. How you guys feel about Ty Haywood? You guys, you recruiting junkies out there. I mean, I wouldn't be mad at that at all. He should have signed here to begin with. So here's some guys that are on the board so far, right? And if you have, did Sigler finally, did he commit to Auburn? All right, cool. I'll update that. Thank you, guys. There's like a million different things to keep track of. Just double check that. All right, let's see. Okay. Yeah, he committed to Auburn today. All right, got you. All right, well, we can update that real quick. All right, Ole Miss has the football. You guys watching the game? Dude, this Trinidad Chambliss, yo, absolutely monster. Like, yo, this has been one of the funnest guys to watch late in the season, right? Let's see which team can run the ball. And the thing about, like, watching Miami football is, a lot of it, it's been fun to watch Carson Beck because there for a while, yo, what's crazy is Carson Beck. Remember when he was, like, going to win the Heisman Trophy? And then he had a crazy crash out. All right, I'm updating the graphic right now. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. I didn't see Sigler sign, so thank you so much. I'll just do a quick edit on this, and we'll be cruising. So who do you think will be next to commit if you guys had to choose? You think it's going to be this Jimothy Lewis cat? Or do you think it'll be this punter, Adam Watford, which I won't be mad at? All right. I think this looks better, right? Is there anybody else that I need to add to this board, fam? Oh, what's the total for this game? I don't even know what the total is. Man down for Miami. Man, it's just like you wonder, at Bama's peak this season, if they could have, beat one of these two teams. I don't know. And I think it's going to be hella funny if Pete Golding and Ole Miss win this whole thing, right? Yeah, see, Todd, that's what I was thinking, right? We're just basically waiting for the announcement on the Watford kid. So the Jarvis says that the over under is at 52.5. So Todd is saying this guy. I've heard that too. Jimothy, I've heard he's in. How are you guys feeling about Jordan Ross? He's coming. I saw he's been scheduled. Cam is in tomorrow. DJ's in this week. I haven't really heard anything on this guy. Is there anybody else that I need to add to the board? Let me know. Look it over. Let me know. Screenshot it or whatever. I appreciate you guys. All right. 3rd and 4. Jamie French. Dre, what's up, Dre? Good to see you, dog. All right. 3rd and 4 for Ole Miss. Let's say they operate on 3rd down. It's 0-0 in the first quarter. See old Trinidad, what he can do, man. Yo, this dude is an absolute monster this year. Back to pass. Here comes that pressure, man. Yo, Miami's pressure is outstanding. Their defensive pressure, they did the same thing last game against Ohio State. I mean, they have elite pressure. Look how that pressure comes. Look, it was a blitz right up the middle. That was their inside linebacker who just came and put heat on him, right? The running back whiffed. Lacey, oh my goodness. That was terrible. Yo, that looked like some stuff that we saw from our running backs, unfortunately. Man, that was a huge whiff right there. Yeah, thanks, Jarvis. I appreciate it, man. Yo, that Miami defense is ferocious. And am I right? They did the same thing against Ohio State. Yeah, so Ole Miss to punt. It's a 4th and 17. Man, I even got the punt is away. Pretty good punt. Yo, this guy's a menace right here, Tony. Do we have anybody like that on our team? You think like Lazier Brooks, if he was like really let go? And I was talking about this, and I on Wake Up Bama that you'll listen to tomorrow. I talk about like, look, I love Cole Adams, good, but in terms of like, I feel like we need like an explosive player returning punts. Am I wrong? You guys think that? Yeah, that was a nasty whiff on that. All right, Carson Beck's first opportunity. Appreciate you guys being here. Just a celebration of some football. We're hanging out tonight. Little handoff up the middle. Are we taking over 50 points in this game? What's up, Coaslow? Good to see you. Miss Debbie Hanson, what's up? Good morning. Or good morning. Good evening. It feel like we just live here now, right? We've done this before in the past, right? Remember when we just lived here and that was all we did? That was the after Saban. And it was just like nonstop. This reminds me of that time a little bit. But I think it's going to work out. You just got to get some commitments in, which I think you will this week, but we'll see how it goes. Carson back to the outside. It's going to be a 1st down. Oof, nice stiff arm. Man, let me ask you something. Do you really feel, because everybody's been bringing this up, like with Indiana versus Alabama, right? Saying that Indiana had an older roster than Bama. Do you feel that really like came into play during the game? That they had like men like 23 years old or whatever it was? I agree, the pace is slow of this game. So far, I mean, they're probably just filling it out. Carson Beck, shotgun formation, steps up, goes deep, wide open. I call that an overthrow. Man, I thought that was going to be a touchdown. For real, Anna, yeah, we are like roommates. This is the roommates show. Was that man, look at this. Man, he hits that on the dime. That might be a touchdown. Carson Beck being Carson Beck. Actually, you know what? Look, The season has worked out well for him. I was curious to see how this experiment was going to go. It worked out well. Little handoff up the middle. It's going to be third down for the Canes. 12:20 to go in the first quarter. Hey, Frank the Tank, what's up, man? I appreciate you. Yeah, tonight we're just kicking it, man. Usually it's like a whole like play-by-play. But tonight I just wanted to hang out, talk with you guys, just hang out for sure. I appreciate it, man. Alex says he doesn't see Coleman coming to Bama. Oh man, this is certainly the biggest transfer portal story, right? There's many different sub stories, but this is the biggest one for sure. Beck just almost picked up her first down. He can run a little bit. I don't know. Are you drafting Carson Beck on your NFL team? That's an interesting question. Where is Beck on the quarterback board? Because I know we got Fernando, Dante Moore, Ty Simpson. Is Carson Beck fourth? Is he the fourth quarterback off the board, fam? Someone look that up if you can. Alex, I mean, look, I say Bama has money, and they do. But you're right. Like, not like Texas. I mean, no one has money like that. So, I mean, can Bama come up with $3-4 million? Maybe. That's a first down. But look, we need receivers though. So we have 5 wide receivers. 5. We got 6 running backs. We have like 8 tight ends. Is my volume low? You guys are saying that my volume is low? Some people have said that my volume is low. I've listened to the shows and the volume seems fine. What do you guys think? Is it too low? I can try to boost it a little bit. Yeah, and in case you guys missed it earlier today, look, this is the wide receiver room now that Horton has bounced. Yo, what did you guys think about Horton leaving? That really surprised me. I didn't really think that I didn't see that one happening. I didn't think that he would leave. I thought, look, this is what I thought. I thought if Horton left, he would go to the NFL, right? I didn't see him going, like, transferring. And you know what the crazy thing was, is he said, he was like, I was only here for Ty Simpson. Man, that's why, like, if you caught Wake Up Bama this morning, that's why I talked so much about kind of that loyalty from Ty. Because now it's like, they're just like, yo, I'll just go here for a year, here for a year. It's lawless. This is the transfer portal purge. That's what it is, where you could just do whatever the hell you want. The only person that's kind of being stopped is the Washington quarterback, but he's going to get to do whatever he wants. He signed a contract, and now he's like, nah, I want to go somewhere else. You've been following this? This is crazy. Football 9 says, oh, wow. So, look, just in, the Washington quarterback has announced that he's returning to Washington. Literally, that's just in. That's crazy. Watch, I'm going to bring that up. That is hilarious, just as we're talking about it. Guess what? Guess what, bro? Welcome. Look, welcome to NFL, all right? Welcome to the real world of contracts. I'm serious. And I think, look, this just happened. He just announced his intent to return to Washington. Well, guess what? These guys are being taught a lesson that this is like one of the first wins for a university. Seriously, because when you're starting to mess around with, like, I mean, $100,000 is a ton of cash. We're talking $4 million. This dude is just going to, like, bounce on them and, like, leave Washington with nobody? Are you kidding me? He signed a contract, and they're holding him to it. They were getting lawyers involved. This is a landmark case right here, and I think now they're gonna have to figure out, a way to make these contracts more solid, like final. By the way, it's 2nd and 5. Miami is at the 40, at the third, the 35, shotgun formation. Carson back to the outside. Little dump off to Tony. Yo, Tony's so good. That guy. Was Bama ever in play for him? Absolute menace. So I'm glad this is over. It was. I think this is a W for, I don't know, Washington, college football in general. I mean, players have to be able to have, like, you sign a contract, that's it, right? I don't know. So that's done. All right, let's see. You guys keep me posted if there's any more transfer portal stuff that pops up, man. It's been crazy. Still 0-0. Little play action. Carson back to the outside, and it's going to be a pick up a first down. So Miami still driving the ball. They're now at the Ole Miss, 27, something like that. Little play action. Look, we ran some play action this past year, and it worked out okay. Just people knew that we couldn't run the ball, right? Davis is saying, dude, Kyle, we need some former alumni like Michael Irvin. You know what? This is actually, who is the hype man on this team? Has it turned into haha? I don't know. This is a good question. Who is the hype man on this team? Oh, dude, Wesley, you're 100% right, dog. That first practice, be like, hey, man, we know you don't want to be here. 0-0 in the first quarter. We got 8 minutes to go. Miami trying to put something in the end zone on the Ole Miss 23. Carson back under center. Got kind of a bunch formation, man in motion. Handoff up the middle, and he's going to pick up a nice little chunk, maybe 7 yards. It'll be like a 3rd and 3. Man, you know who's going to be crazy? Mark, Bama hater, man. Remember, he called in this week. And you know what's crazy? I still feel, I guess I'll have to get over this, but I felt at one time that Bama could have beat Miami. Could Bama beat Miami? I don't know. That pass rush is pretty nasty. Now they put Tony in kind of what do they call that package where he's at Wildcat? It goes absolutely nowhere. That was stupid. Yo, that was a ridiculous play by Miami. What's up, Josh? Good to see you, dog. Why the hell did they do that? A 3rd and 3. That was a Ryan Grubb call if I've ever seen one. Oh, my God. That was so stupid. Right? Malachi Tony. Look, I love that formation for Miami because he's that dynamic. But it is 3rd and 3 from the 20-yard line. It's 3rd and 3. You take him out and you put in the Wildcat package. What the hell? God, that was stupid. That was totally Ryan Grubb. Field goal's good, and Miami takes a 3-0 lead. Do you guys agree with that call? 3-0. Wow. Man, that was Grubb called that play. What would you guys have called on 3rd and 3? You were moving the football. You call a little play action and you dump it out to your tight end, or you figure out a way to get it out to, Malachi Tony, right? Look, I same thing. I just got PTSD. Miami should have scored a touchdown there. They were driving the football. They were playing. Look, it was a good balance. That drive was 13 plays. 13 plays, 44 yards, 6:59. They had 3 plays passing, right? They had 8 plays rushing. They had 3 first downs. They were moving the ball. And then guess what? You get an idea, right? You think of something. Oh, it's 3rd and 3. I know what to do. What are we going to do? Let's get fancy. We seen Alabama do it. Let's do it. Let's call the Wildcat package on 3rd and 3. God, that was stupid. I'm sorry. I just don't like what'll really upset me, and I'm sure you, is like bad calls on 3rd down. That'll kill you 1,000,000%. Kim, what's up? Okay, good question about peak, because maybe people bouncing in and out. Okay, and the news is like flying off the shelves. So let's do, since we're on a commercial break, right? This is the news as it's been happening, and it's been one thing after another. Okay, so don't let this top bar scare you. Jacarius Peak is no longer coming. Okay, he's no longer visiting, so he's off the table. And you're like, what? No, dang, our pets' heads are falling off. Wait, all right, because you have now Ty Haywood is back in the picture. Y'all remember this? Ty Haywood, 6'5", 315, offensive tackle. He was committed to Alabama for forever. And then he signed. It was the weirdest thing. He was signed with Bama even to signing day, and then he ended up just signing with Michigan. So he went out to Michigan, and he didn't play at all. He played in 15 snaps. So he's off the board, right? And now he's on the hot board for Bama, right? So here's kind of an updated list. We've updated a few names. I thought we had one of these. I think this might be it. So here here's a look at the updated transfer list in terms of the targets, all right? I don't know. There's a lot to keep track of. You're like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. So we're updating it as fast as we can, and it's a labor of love, I promise you. Did we just, was there an update on somebody? But here's the board right here. So you got we put in Ty Haywood because there's interest there, and then you got Jordan Ross, who's going to be coming into town. Jimothy Lewis is expected to commit at some point in time. Huh. Wow. And somebody said that the latest follow on Cam Coleman, if we're watching that sweepstakes, is Kalen DeBoer is now following Cam Coleman on X. So if that means anything. 3-0 in the first quarter. Miami just went down 13 plays, 44 yards, and kicked a field goal. Field goal was good. To kind of recap, that whole drive came down to a 3rd down and 3. They came out and they ran Wildcat. So we all know how that goes, right? Because we have PTSD of a play call that was very similar to that. Man, that was crazy, right? That's what I thought? Yeah, I was like, I thought I saw some Peak news, but I couldn't find it because I'm over here multitasking. So Peak, okay. So he signed with South Carolina. Got you. So Jacarius Peak has committed to South Carolina. All right. So that'll be fun. We'll just have to redo Wake Up Bama after this. That's cool, right? It's not like we get up at 4 a.m. anyways. It's all good. All right. Jacarius Peak no longer visiting. Commits to South Carolina. All right. Ty Haywood back in play. Cam Coleman coming in. Isaiah Port. Okay, cool. Man. How'd you guys feel about Isaiah Horton? That was a tough one, right? I know, as we cycle through the graphics. What'd you all think? Tough one? I know. That one was weird. I didn't really see that one coming, fam. I really don't. I really didn't. I thought he'd go to the NFL. I didn't see him hitting the portal. And so he goes. So now you have five, right? Five wide receivers on. So you gotta go into the portal for, Cam, and I guess this Tony Diaz. That's 7. How many wide receivers do you need? Like 9, 7? Yeah, Horton was a tough one. That was one that you definitely don't like, 100%. I didn't like it. And we'll see what happens going forward. I mean, from the receiver's perspective, I mean, they're gonna get another receiver. I just they'll probably get a few of them. And like I was asking you guys, earlier, how many prospects do you get? Right? How many guys end up signing? Like what's the magic number? I don't know. I'm thinking like 12 to 15. What do you guys think? Because right now we have 6. Yeah, and Peak just took off to South Carolina. Good run right there. Man, that dude's tough. Shoot, he could have gone down like 10 times. Hey, what's up, Jay? I appreciate you being here, man. We're just kicking it tonight. We're just hanging out. I'm banning all these spam bots inside the comment box. What are those? How do you create spam? You know what I'm saying? Like how does that happen? All right, Chambliss out to the outside. He goes nowhere. And it's going to be a pivotal third and what? Like 6? Oh, I know what to do. What would you do on a 3rd and 6 right here? How about Wildcat? Oh, man. Do you think that Ryan Grubb will do a better job this coming year? I really hope so, fam. All right, shotgun formation. 3rd and 6. Here comes the pressure. My goodness. Miami's pressure is crazy. That's it. 4th and 6. I don't hate the call. You just see. Yeah, Ryan resigned. We knew Ryan was gonna come back. Tink, what's up, dog? Good to see you, man. I know it's like I have a hard time even like reporting on stuff like that because it's just like, where was he gonna go? You know what I'm saying? Like, is there anybody on here, if you've kind of been popping in or popping out, that thought Ryan Williams was gonna transfer? The highest paid player on the team is transferring. Right? Could you imagine? Oh, man. To where? He's going to make less money somewhere else. Oh, okay. Like, yo, Miami's defense is absolutely flying 100%. Yeah, good to see you, Tink. I appreciate you, man. I don't know where Horton will end up. Probably somewhere terrible like Georgia or somewhere. Wherever he's friends with the quarterback. That's why he came here, apparently. Because that's how you find out where he's going. Because remember he said, he was like, I just went to Alabama for the quarterback. Man. I know. You know what? But I guess do you think we'll get an announcement from every player now? I don't know. Am I missing out by like not posting that Ryan Williams is coming back? I don't know. I never know what to post. I try to post like the news. I don't know if like Ryan Williams coming back is like news. Now, what do you guys think? Should I do like a video on like Ryan Williams is coming back? I don't know. I kind of thought like he was coming back regardless. Keelan Russell, I didn't think that he was going anywhere either. Hey, breaking news, everyone. Keelan Russell is coming back to the Alabama Crimson Tide following Ty Simpson's departure to the NFL, and then also Austin Mack coming back. It's a 2-horse race, and Keelan Russell was, who knows, he has a great shot to be the starting quarterback here, but he has decided, because he's already making $4 million at Bama, he's going to come back. Breaking news. Like, what? Dude, these guys are like the 2 highest paid players on the team announced they're coming back, right? Shoot, man. Oh, did you guys think I was real? I need to give you like a warning. I could turn it on real quick. Do I think Smothers can get 1,000 yards? No, not absolutely not. I don't think Alabama will have a 1,000-yard running back again. I do not. I think that it'll be fun to have him in the backfield, but until this team really commits to running the ball, like Ryan Grubb, and this is my prediction. Way too early predictions. Here's one. I think if Austin Mack wins the job, then Alabama they will pass the ball even more. And these wide receivers will catch for an ungodly amount of yards, right? You'll probably have 3 receivers that catch 1,000 yards. But I think the running game will slowly kind of die off. That's what I think. So I think Keelan Russell, he'll provide a little bit more balance. But, no, I think if Austin Mack wins, I think the team will just go pass heavy. That's what I think. Man, this running back's tough. See, even this cat right here, number 6 from Miami, he's fast. Brown, he's fast. These guys are fast. He's averaging 6.5 per carry. I thought Horton was good. I always go back to like what Haha said. He was like, look, the guys leaving didn't have production. I look at Isaiah Horton. He had a lot of production. 500 yards, 8 touchdowns. Shoot, that's a lot. He caught 3 touchdowns in one game. Another first down from Miami. Yo, Miami's good. This Miami team, this is a good squad. And a lot of it is because of that damn defense. That defense is ferocious. Yeah, and I don't think Bama's screwed at all. It's just, the portal's affecting everybody. It's about just reloading with the right pieces and then having a staff that could utilize it. I mean, there's a lot of transfers that played. Oh, nice catch right there. There's so many transfers that played this year. It's all about the transfers. It's not so much about recruiting anymore. Recruiting is still a component, but not as important as it used to be because they're only here for a little bit. There's exceptions like Michael Carroll, Lazier Brooks, a couple other guys. But, I mean, let's face it. They're going to be here, get the Bama stamp, and then go somewhere else. Yeah, I mean, when you're looking to the wide receivers, right? I mean, you could look at this graphic and be like, wow, we got some guys coming back. The one graphic that I like to look at is this one right here. Because how many of you guys want AK Deer to start? Right? A healthy amount? Right? I mean, we are calling for it all year. I would say that AK Deer doesn't, I mean, in most of his yards that AK Deer had right here was in like one game. Do you think that AK Deer is going to play more than Daniel Hill and Kevin Riley this year? Maybe. But why didn't he this year? I don't know. Let me ask you this. Who plays more this year, AK Deer or Xavier Crowell? Look at all those running backs. You think Hollywood Smothers came here to play backup? Who plays more, AK Deer or Xavier Crowell? I would say, I guess I would. I don't know. Crowell? People want Crowell on the field, but I have never seen a running back be requested more than AK Deer. 3-0 in the first quarter still. Miami with just controlling this game. 1st and 10 now at the Ole Miss 49. Carson Beck is 5 of 6, 38 yards. Miami has 72 yards of offense. Ole Miss has minus 3. Man in motion. Looks like there's a flag on the play already with a good run. Big run, but that's going to be coming back. Dirt Bike has it. Smothers and Crowell. Yeah, I mean, so you think he'll play more than AK Deer? Why doesn't AK Deer play? I think AK Deer or Kevin Riley is kind of like the odd man out. And what happens to Daniel Hill? Right? Look, let's go back to that running back graphic. Does Daniel look? Who runs the ball? Right? Okay, Smothers, the main guy, and then who? You guys have Crowell? So like these 3 guys just what? They don't play? I don't know. I just like trying to figure it out. I don't know. How the hell they got Smothers here? Credit to them, man. 3 wide receivers. Carson back to the outside. Quick pass and doesn't go anywhere. It is going to be 2nd down and like 14. What's up, Kimberly? I appreciate you. Yeah, thank you so much for the support. Yeah, this game, the transfer portal is just wild. You can't trust nobody. 1 year in and out. What could have been, right? What could have been this season? Could have been playing here at probably not the Fiesta Bowl. They would have been playing in the Peach Bowl. Nobody knows, Tweet Johns on Keon Saab. Whoa, that was a weird play. Carson Beck throws it behind his body. It would have been a fumble. The receiver picked it up off the ground and then ran, but now it's going to be a 3rd and something. Yeah. Saab and Hubbard have not announced yet. We're still waiting. They're still probably waiting for feedback or whatever, so we'll figure out what happens. They did offer safety today, right? Corey O'Neal out of Mercer. 3rd and 9 for Miami. This is pivotal at the Ole Miss 48. Shotgun formation. And movement, and it's going to be a flag. This has been a really weird first quarter. Yeah, Miami has 83 yards. Ole Miss has minus 3 again. Miami has a momentum. Miami's defense, I think, has been the difference, right? Sending pressure, making stops. And Miami should have a touchdown, but they called a stupid play on 3rd and 3. What's up, Darth? Good to see you, bro. You're right. Yep. Peak to South Carolina. And now Ty Haywood back in play. So you need a tackle. You need Haywood, I guess, right? Like really bad. Who would have thought that he would come back home? Little hand up the middle. It goes nowhere. Good defense right there by Ole Miss, and they're going to have to punt. Wow. All right, so 3-0. Remember, the over was like 50, so we're going to be way under that, I would imagine, unless the offense really heats up. There's a minute left in the first quarter. Yeah, I didn't like that play call at all. Adam, what's up, man? Adam Lamparello's up in the house? Good to see you, dog. Here's the punt. Punt is going to go into the end zone for a touchback. Yeah, no word. Yeah, I should have a graphic. We can probably build that now. But we need a graphic for 4 players that we're watching, right? We need Yanze Pierre. And you know what? Some of these players might not make an announcement. They just might go back to work. Yanzi Pierre, Bray Hubbard, and Keon Sabb. But since I think we're used to like announcement culture with like everybody announcing everything, we're like we need an update. But okay, let's go over it. We got. I guess Isaiah Horton was on our list. He's leaving, so now we have 3 players we're watching. Yanzi Pierre for an announcement, Bray Hubbard, and Keon Sabb. We don't know what those guys are doing. I would imagine they come back. Are those guys 3rd round guys? 4th round guys? They should come back. Right? Don't you think that? Are you expecting Yanzi Pierre to come back? All right, that's the end of the first quarter. And the score is 3-0 with Miami leading. Okay. All right. Pretty uneventful first quarter. Wow. I didn't expect that. All right, we're into the second quarter, and it is 3-0. Bama fans, what's the best dishwasher for around 500? I mean, I had to get a dishwasher last year, and I got one that has kind of that like extra top level for like extra stuff, and it was a game changer. So you got one. So it's like 3 levels, right, dude? Because I cook at home constantly. Like all I do is cook. I cook at least like 5 times. And you're probably like, when? You know, when when I'm done streaming, I go down and I cook. So I cook literally every single meal. I hardly eat out. So my point was the dishes are always that have million dishes. Million. And that dishwasher, yo, if that breaks, shoot. Oh, but because Caden's here, he eats. Lacey's here. You know, I make meals for them constantly. So, transfer portal targets on the board. Wow, what a busy day. And here's kind of like real quick, kind of like the headlines. I'll try to get to that here in a second. Let's see if we can get to just the headlines. These are like the headlines. Jacarius Peak no longer visiting. I guess we could update this, right? Because he is going to South Carolina. We'll just update that. Okay, Jacarius Peak commits to USCE. Okay, Ty Haywood back in play. Cam Coleman coming to Bama on Friday. And Horton hits portal. Is there anything we need to add on this board? What else? Hey, Sam, what's up, dog? I appreciate the super chat. Let's see. Kyle, do you think we're getting Cam Coleman? I think there's a shot for it for sure. Yeah, I don't think it's like out of the question. I mean, he's coming tomorrow. I honestly feel that like Derek Nix being the OC, like the co-OC and the wide receiver coach, I think that helps. I think Bama has freed up money so they can pay him. Right? There's a lot of people that feel the same way on here. Dylan, you don't think he's going to come? He's supposed to come tomorrow, right? We're going to be all waiting for like the great pumpkin. Jarvis points out, in case you missed it, Alabama offered Tony Diaz from University of Texas, Rio Grande. Check out his highlights. He's nice. Man, I've never been to the Fiesta Bowl. I've never been to that football stadium. Arizona Stadium. Man, that looks nice. Looks huge. Adam thinks Coach DeBoer may voluntarily leave in a couple years. I think he'll be here for a while, bro. The only way that things go south, I think, with DeBoer is like Hear me out. I think the only way that things go south is if he stays super connected to Grubb. If he makes changes, people want changes within his staff right now, but he's too loyal. He won't change quarterbacks. The staff. Here's a run up the middle. My goodness. Lacey off to the races. This is going to be a 73-yard touchdown. Woo, man. Holy cow. What a run. Wow, that was crazy. Literally just right up the middle. Yo, that was a hell of a run. Miami fans are in shock. Literally. Wow. It was a 73-yard touchdown run by Lacey. Nothing fancy, just up the middle. 7-3. He's got the turnover chain. He puts on his teeth. And now Ole Miss is leading. They got all the momentum. Wow. That was a dope run. Okay. Here's some trivia for you. I'll see if you guys can dig this out, okay? It was a shotgun set. It looks like the guard just got up to that inside backer. Boom. Made the safety miss. He didn't take the right angle, and he's off to the races. Okay, fam, let me ask you. What was the longest run that Bama had this year? What was the longest run that Bama had this year? Look at this lady right behind him. Oh, man. What was the longest run that Bama had this year? Man, we could look it up. Was it 38 yards? You too, Gordo? 30 yards? Let's see. Brandon has something interesting to say. He says, hey, Kyle, I just heard that the Missouri offensive line coach, Brandon Jones, will be Alabama's offensive line coach after the portal. That, you know what? That's kind of the word is, and I don't know if that's true. I've heard that Kapilovic was going to get fired after the season, and now I'm hearing that he's going to get fired after the transfer portal. But then Strayhorn said that the reason that he came here, one of the reasons, is because of Coach Kapilovic. There's photos of them together. So I don't know what to look. Do you all think that DeBoer will make a change at offensive line? Like, what? Help me out. Why would DeBoer wait until after the transfer portal is closed to fire somebody? Especially when he's recruiting offensive linemen. Because Kapilovic is the guy that's recruiting these guys. Maybe that's why Peake didn't want to come here. I don't know. Nice completion to the outside. Why didn't Peake come here? Why do you think, let me ask you this, did Bama miss on Peake? Or do you think, because this is how the recruiting guys frame it. It drives me crazy. They're like, oh, Bama didn't think that Peake was a good fit for the program. But before that, they're like, this is the number one guy. It's like, why didn't he come? Did he get it? Was it about money? Little handoff from them. Yeah, see, even these running backs look better than our running backs. Right? Let me ask you this. Do these running backs look like collectively better? Man, this running back's big, man. Fletcher already has 37 yards. Look at this. After contact right here. Boom. Man, nice first down. All right, yards are a little bit closer now. Miami has 102. Ole Miss has 72 after that long touchdown run. Lacey has 75 yards alone, right? Little play action. Miami back to pass. Carson Beck. That's got to be PI. Shoot. Fire I've ever seen, right? Yeah, I'm probably behind. I'm always behind because I have YouTube and I never update the settings. Let's see if I can get default. I'm on decreased. Yeah, I don't know why. My TV's always behind. The only time that I was ahead is when I was using like the antenna, but I don't even trip about it anymore. Decreased in default. A delay is added. You can try decreasing the delay, which may affect. Yeah, I don't know. I might be a little bit behind. And then I've tried to have like moderators before, so like because I'm doing 5 million things, but I've just learned to trust nobody. Like I just do everything myself. So like even that bot or whatever it was inside the thing, I even deleted that myself. So I just run the channel like 100% myself. It's crazy because it's a lot. Todd, you already at halftime? Tell me what happens, man. This game is boring. All right, little completion for a first down, and Miami crosses the 50. Actually, I'd have have my son be a moderator. But he's at work. We're all working. Caden works. I work. Caden gets home at 8:30, 9. I go to bed at 9. I'm in bed by like 8:35. But I still gotta recut Wake Up Bama tonight because I cut it earlier, but the amount of news that's coming out is crazy. Carson Beck back to pass. He goes deep. Man, his deep ball's been off. Carson Beck right now, 8 of 11, 59 yards. They love going to Tony. I like that route right there. Man, if he could have thrown that a little bit on target, he might have had something cooking there. He's had 2 overthrows, right? I don't know. Haywood kind of looks interesting. Do we like Haywood? I know he didn't play a lot last year, but do we like Haywood if we get Haywood in the tank? That's the Michigan transfer. He was committed to Bama. Okay, Carson Beck, let's see what you got here. A little bit, 3 yards. I don't know. Me neither, Adam. I don't know how I feel about Carson Beck. I definitely won't be drafting him. You know what? I drafted hey, Jay Steele, thanks for becoming a fan funder. I appreciate it. And you too, Miss Kimberly. We appreciate it. I think you like renewed or something recently, so thank you. I don't know. I definitely won't be drafting Carson Beck. I drafted the last quarterback from Miami, Cam Morton. He didn't do anything. Oh my goodness, yikes. Passes complete and a big hit on third down moves the chains to the Ole Miss 24. Cam Morton started doing okay towards the back end of the season, right? That's a nice ball. That was a nice hit. That was just good football. Held on to the ball, everything. Hey, R. Lopez, what's up, man? Thanks for becoming a fan funder as well. That's what's up, bro. Thank you for supporting it. And tomorrow, we'll have a fresh Wake Up Bam. We'll recap everything. It'll be a banger, I promise you. Snap goes sideways, and it goes way back. There's flags on the play. What the hell was that? Come on. Mario Cristobal is about to pop out of that shirt. Why? He's pissed off. What happened there? All right, let's look at the targets again real quick. I don't know what happened there. Looks like Cristobal was trying to. Did he get that timeout? So these are the targets that we got in. The new target is up on the left, which is Ty Haywood, right? Jordan Ross is coming in this week. I think he might be here tomorrow. DJ Chester, he's in. I think he was either here today or he gets in tomorrow. Cam Coleman's supposed to be coming in tomorrow. There's some people that don't believe it, but until he posts a picture of himself. Brock Riker, Alabama's still in play for him, I believe. Adam Watford, the punter, he's been predicted to commit to Bama. The two at the bottom, Carmelo O'Neal and Tony Diaz. Um, those are new offers. Good night, Chris. Thanks for being here, bro. We'll catch you tomorrow. Yeah, we'll see what happens with Haywood. I don't know. Maybe he'll come. Maybe he'll roll through. I don't know. The halftime band is better than the game, Kyle. You will see in about an hour. I appreciate it. Thank you. You're Todd's ahead of us. He's living in the future. All right, so we got 11 minutes till halftime. And I think what I might do too, fam, is I think we'll go till halftime, and then since I got to cut Wake Up Bama, we might just like cut it at halftime, if that's cool with you, because I want to cut a fresh episode of Wake Up Bama, so that's ready to go, and plus I have to go to sleep because I wake up at 4:30 every morning for workouts. And if I don't go to workouts, then I don't have the energy that I need for the rest of the day. I know it's so weird, but it kind of sustains me because right now I'm like, super busy. Yeah, real rare. Sigler went to Auburn. I guess I should have. I mean, I was thinking about leaving the guys up and then putting where they went to, right? But sometimes that makes people mad. I don't know. You see what I'm saying? Like I could put like a line across that said that they committed to like South Carolina. Little handoff up the middle at the 30 now. Cody says he'll draft Mendoza over Beck. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. 100%, man. Todd says, does anybody know why Haywood chose Michigan? I think he got paid, right? Yo, Josh Johnson, welcome, bro. Good to see you. Yeah, he went to Auburn. Yeah. Second and 6, Carson Beck, back to pass. Goes downfield into the end zone, passes deflected, and it's going to be 3rd and 6. Okay, how about you run something that makes sense here? Let's see what they do here on 3rd and 6. What would Ryan Grubb do, fam? I'm just kidding. Sometimes he would call good 3rd down plays, to be honest. All right, 3rd and 6, shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the left. Here's a snap. Beck back to pass. Checks down to Tony. Tony gets loose, gets upfield, and gets the first down. He has more explosion than Lazier Brooks, and I think he's faster. But Lazier Brooks is kind of the same as this Tony character, right? Malachi Tony, I kind of see a lot of similarities. Malachi Tony, look, I have to be honest, this guy he's fantastic. But I think Lottie Brooks can be used the same. That was all Tony. That's understanding, like going to Tony, right? And understanding that he can pick up a first down. We've seen a lot of that from Lazier Brooks. A lot of yak yardage, right? Marlon wants to go catfishing. Like the real catfishing. Yo, have I ever told you that I've really been catfished, like in real life? I know. Like, yeah, I got catfished. I've been catfished like a few different times. It's crazy. Like in like the past like dating life, I got catfished. Crazy stories. Seriously. I think catfishing, like in the dating world, should be it should be a crime. Shotgun formation. Let's see if Miami can punch it in. Little handoff up the middle, and they're gonna have like 2 yards to go before a first down. It's gonna be a 3rd and 2. All right, 3rd and 2, bro. Yo, 3rd and 2. Line up. I'll give you 2 options. Number 1, you could run the ball right at them, or do a little play action right here and hit the tight end in the end zone for a little tutty. Okay? Don't do a wildcat package or something like that. All right, Marlon, you're talking real fishing? All right, that's cool. I'm down with that. Josh says bass fishing. Yeah, just get me out of the house, man. Yes, I got catfish twice, dog. Twice. It's crazy. It's the worst thing, man. All right, look. Handoff up the middle. Oh, my God. Wow. First down. You see? Is there a site that says how much these guys are being paid? No. I think that we should find out like how much the players are being paid, because if people are going to support like the collectives, wouldn't you like to see like like you'd be like, all right, we can find out what the NFL guys are being paid. It would be interesting. It'd be like, wow, that guy's being paid this amount. That's crazy. All right, look, they got the first down. Brilliant call. First and goal, Miami. Don't do anything stupid here. Little handoff again up the middle. Running back slips. All right, second and goal. Same thing. Stay straight. All right, so fam, I have to ask you something. Do you think that let's look at the transfer portal together real quick, okay? After this touchdown, after this score. We'll go to the next commercial because I have a question for you. Be thinking about this. Look, handoff. Again, up the middle. Jeez. It doesn't have to be complicated. Miami just ran the ball within the 5-yard line 3 different times in a row. 3 times in a row, and they scored. Man, right? Not complicated. That's what you do. You put it in the end zone just like that. All right, there it is. (10-7). It was a 15-play, 75-yard drive. 7 minutes and 41 seconds, capped off by a little 4-yard touchdown run. Carson Beck is 10 of 14, 82 yards. Miami has ran the football, fam, okay? Are you ready for this? Miami has ran the football 20 times for 73 yards. Okay? 20 times for 73. Ole Miss, their big play came off running, right? And I think there's right now we continue to go back and forth because we're like, well, the offensive line, they were terrible, so we couldn't run before. There's people like, well, the running backs weren't good, so they couldn't get it going. And then there's people like, well, we were calling weird plays with the offensive coordinator. It all sucked. It all wasn't it. So, you're bringing another running back, but the 2 other, and you have new offensive linemen, but you still have the same OC and the same offensive line coach. So that tells, you know what that tells me? That tells me that the board feels it was, well, because Caden Proctor was going to leave anyways. Parker Brailsford could have came back. Dewberry had to go anyways. Formby took the bag. I don't know. Maybe DeBoer, I don't know. But a lot of people point to the offensive line. I think it was everything. Okay, so here's my question, right? Okay, so by the way, I've updated this graphic. And I put it alpha, right? So A to Z on the board. Let me know if there's anything that needs to be fixed or if there's any guys missing. I think we up to 21 now? Is that it? I think it might be 21. All right, look over the list real quick. Is there anything, use all the eyeballs that we have. Is there anything that we see that is out of place? And let me ask you, do you feel that there'll be more players to hit the portal from Bama? What do y'all think? Yeah, I think we got 21 now, right? Look it over, fam. See what you think. And I'm trying to figure out, if there'll be more guys that hit the portal. Because Isaiah, I thought we were kind of a little bit done, and then Horton hit. I don't know. Did we get everything straight on the board right there? I would imagine that maybe, you know, some other guys at the portal. I don't know. Be interesting to watch. 10-7, Miami leading Ole Miss. We have 7 minutes until halftime. Jarvis thinks there'll be more to leave. Oh, Cam Howard, did he commit to Boston College? Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I didn't see that. Oh, Adam East. See, our boy Adam East missed it. Adam, Isaiah Horton hit the portal today. I know this came out probably like, I don't know, about 2 hours ago. Marlon says, Kyle, do you think the running backs have some of the blame? Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, I think, not hitting the hole, not being fast enough, not being as explosive as, we thought they were going to be. But with that said, why not give AK Deer an opportunity? The guy never got to play. 1st and 10, play action. Chambliss checks down. It's going to be completed. These are good teams. These running backs. You know what, fam? Look, these running backs are really good. Am I right? Star Wars says, Kyle, what's your prediction for the wide receivers? Oh, these guys right here. I mean, there's only 5 of them. But I think, God, man, nice run. Yo, these teams can run the ball. I would say if you had to send 3 out right now, like if we had a game, it would probably be Ryan Williams, Rico Scott, and Lazier Brooks, and then see where Sedarian Morgan is and Derek Meadows. I mean, they would all play. They'll all play. Sedarian Morgan will play this year as a true freshman. Back to pass, pressure not really sent. I think they need to keep pressuring. Let's see what Novi has to say. Kyle, don't you agree Bama must feel confident with Cam because they just wouldn't let Horton leave regardless? That's an interesting point, right? Because look, I'm gonna say this: if Bama wants to keep a guy, Bama will keep that guy. Like they will retain a guy for sure. That's why Novi's like point out is interesting. Like maybe they feel confident with Cam, so they're like, "Yo, do your thing, man." But and I don't think like this Tony Diaz guy is insurance. I think they like him. I think you need wide receivers. Adam heard that Coach Nix likes to kind of coach hard. That's good. Yeah, that's good. You need a dog in the room. The past wide receiver coach, we had Shepard, we had Wiggins, we had Gaddis, we had Loxley, right? Shoot. Cooling Break says Cam didn't secretly sign with Bama. Yeah, I don't know about all that. I just hope that I'm around, the computer when Cam Coleman announces if it is for Bama. That'll be A huge one, right? Todd says, Coach DeBoring will take. Oh man, you guys are funny. All right, 4:58 before halftime. 3rd and 7. Let's see what we got. Shotgun formation. Here comes that pressure, man. Yo, that pressure is lethal. That's gonna be the difference in this game is that pressure. You keep sending that pressure, there's nothing you could do about it. Man, they even got to him out of bounds out there. You know what? Auburn put up a ton of yards against Bama this past year. It was weird. Ashton Daniels had a ton of yards. And their receivers dropped a lot of passes. Oh, I don't know. Did he push him out late? Are they looking at that? All right, here's the long field goal. Yo, how far is this going to be? 42-yard field goal. It's up right down the pipe. Good kick. 7 plays, 51 yards, 42-yard field goal is good. It is 10-10. Wow. We got a good one, fam. I feel like Miami, it feels like Miami's the better team, right? Steve says, watching Womack drop balls cost Auburn. Dude, yeah, Auburn, how many balls did they drop in that game? I'm dead serious. Like what? Like 8? Nobody could catch. If they could catch, they probably win that game. Marlon wants Julio to be the coach at Bama. You know, who's like a former like big time player who's come back to coach? Because a lot of people want like AJ McCarron to be coaching the team or like Julio. I don't know if that'll happen or not. You have, I mean, like Freddie Roach, right? HaHa Clinton Dix. You have former players, but not like a superstar. I don't know. And I know people want Jeremy Pruitt more than anything. Do you get rid of like Womack, or do you have him as like an extra coach? You have him like as a co-defensive coordinator? Do you even bring him here? Can he come? I don't know. And Bo Davis, I know that's another name that people want, but it's just people even been calling for South Sincere lately. Bama Jeff, what's up, man? Why does Pete Golding's defense seem more well coached? I don't know. I think these are two well balanced teams. I think the difference is, I mean, look at this. All right, let's just look at the stats real quick, okay? What do we notice about the stats? Miami right here is pounding the ball. They have 20 carries for 73 yards. They have committed to running the football, right? Over here, Ole Miss, they ran the football with big plays. Did Alabama rarely committed to the run game, and they couldn't, whether that was the offensive line, running backs, scheming, whatever it was. We never got this before halftime. These guys are going to run the ball for 50 times in this game. And rarely did Alabama have explosives, right? They didn't. So committing to the run game, having the offensive line and calling the right plays. Look, Miami has called the right plays in the red zone. When they were 5 yards out, they ran the ball. These guys over here, they got an explosive play. Bama didn't do that this past year. They didn't have explosive plays. They didn't. You look at the total yards between the two teams. I mean, look at the rush yards. Right? Alabama averaged 105 yards a game. These teams are going to have, well, it'll be close to 100 yards by halftime. Right? Brian DeBall, so Brian DeBall's available? He was here when I first got here. When I first got here, he was the offensive coordinator. Great guy for sure, 100%. All right, let's see what we got here. 4th and 38. Miami's had the ball for 20 minutes. Jeez. 1st and 10. Little handoff to the outside, and it goes nowhere. What's up, R. Lopez? Thanks for coming in, man. Appreciate you. Let's see if they can get another score before halftime. And like I said, I'm gonna dip out at halftime. So because I need to cut this new the Bama, the wake up Bama, because there's been a lot of news, so I want it to be fresh for tomorrow. Plus, we need to get some sleep at some point, right? The transfer portal will be hard hitting tomorrow. It looks like with all the visits and probably some commitments tomorrow. I would imagine you probably get the punter tomorrow. Todd is saying we need to get Sherrod Moore. Huh? I think we let things settle there. Oh man. No V says, Kyle, is Bama's Cam's last visit? I think so, right? I think he's been. That's a good point out too. Bama will get the last shot at him. Back to pass outside, pass complete. Yeah, Brian DeBall. Yeah, he got fired a while ago, huh? I don't know. I mean, look, DeBoer and Grubb are super close. There's no way that he's gonna get rid of Grubb. Okay, and I don't even. It seems to me like the further we go forward, the less likely that he's going to fire Kapilovic. I know that's what you guys want, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Shotgun formation, Beck outside, tight end, about 3 yards. 2 minutes before halftime. Will more news break before 10 p.m.? Yes or no? Will more news break before 10 p.m.? What do you think? I'd probably say yes. What will it be? I don't know. Hey, Broderick, man, thanks for being a fan funder, bro. Carson back to pass. Wide open, man. Touchdown. Wow. Wide open. Where was the defense on that? Oh, my goodness. A 52-yard tutty from Carson Beck to Marion? Yo, my goodness. Mario Cristobal. Yo, that was wild. I want to know what happened on that. Where was the defense? Because there wasn't a person 20 yards around that guy. That was wild. Blown coverage 100%. 52-yard tutty pass. Carson Beck, 14 of 18 for 156 in the first half. All right, let's look at this. Okay, so that safety's being spotlighted. Okay. He ate up on that tight end right there, right? On 87. And Carson Beck just, oh my goodness, look at that. So that corner tried to pass off to that safety, and that safety bit. Oh my God. That's the worst thing that you could have. And that's Pete Golding's defense too. That's a mental mistake that just, I mean, who knows? Maybe Ole Miss comes and scores. They got 2 minutes, and they have what? How many timeouts do they have left? Because you're going to get the 2-minute warning, plus you got all 3 timeouts. They can move the ball. Let's see what happens. This will be interesting. Man, but look at Miami's offense, fam. Okay, look at this. Carson Beck, 14 of 18, 156 with a touchdown pass, 20 runs for 74 yards, right? And look at all this production over here. 8 different wide receivers. You got Marion with 78. You got Malachi Tony with 26. I mean, that's a lot of volume already. They got, look, yo, fam, check this out. Miami has 230 yards of offense. 230 offense before halftime. They're going to have like 500 and some yards in this game. Oh, yeah, they're going – remember because what was it, 52 for the over? They're going over 52 points for sure. Man. Yo, this is deadly. And then, look, passing, nice little balance, 156 and then 74. Shoot. I know I was going to cut – I was going to – man, I could cut Wake Up Bama live here and pre-record it. I have to make sure that it's cut and ready to go. I'm way too consistent to miss out. Oh, Selmar is having a tough time. It's like, so jealous watching two teams play great football. Yeah, that's for real. Hmm. 17-10. Oh, we got to update the scoreboard. Update the scoreboard. All right, let's see. 17. I like the scoreboard. It's tight. And tomorrow, what, Friday night? You know, Friday night, tomorrow I'll be at the club, so won't be able to stream or work. So, you know, no Wake Up Bama on Saturday because I'm going to be at the club. Just kidding. I'm going to be at the club. I'll be in bed. Oh, man. Let's see. So we got. All right. So you guys want a teaser of Wake Up Bama? What's on the docket? All right. So we'll go over on Wake Up Bama. Well, I was already cutting it. So these were the items. Let's see. Okay, look. This is the teaser, but I'm gonna have to redo it because there's been a lot of events that came in. All right, so look, here's the Wake Up Bama already ready to go. Right, here's everything's loaded, but now I have to redo it because of no excuses. It's just it needs to be redone. Hey, fam, what's going on? It's Kyle Henderson, Bama Football on YouTube. I appreciate you guys being here for Wake Up Bama on YouTube. Today on the program, you got Isaiah Horton hitting the transfer portal, all right? Shocker. We did not see this coming. And why did he hit the transfer portal? I want you guys to think about that. Why did he hit the transfer portal? Why would he hit the transfer portal, right? Kind of a point to ponder. All right, Alabama now down to 5 wide receivers. And does that basically mean that they're making room for Cam Coleman, right? All right, also on the program, you got Ethan Tangle. He committed to Alabama. Who is he? He's a long snapper, right? He'll be in the tank as well. Alabama now up to 6 new commitments, right? You got Hollywood Smothers on Monday, and we kind of been rolling through to Thursday with Ethan Tangle, right? So who's next? Could it be Jimothy Lewis? Could it be another prospect? Could it be a punter? I don't know. We'll talk about who might be next. We'll go over the transfer portal rankings. Number 1 and number 2, Texas and Indiana, both backed by billionaires. Is that a coincidence? New offers out. You got Tony Diaz and you got Corey O'Neal, who have also been offered by the Alabama Crimson Tide, a receiver and a safety. Top remaining targets, and some things have changed there, right? With Jacarius Peaks now committed to South Carolina. Also, Cody Sigler signed with Auburn. We'll look at the 2025 snapshot in terms of the stats, and then I grade all the positions, all that and more, coming up at Wake Up Bama, 4 a.m. Be there. Guys like that? So I might just have to adjust a couple things because a lot of that is already scheduled out. It'll just be a little bit of editing. Probably take me like, I don't know, 35 minutes or whatever. It's cool. But I like it. I like dropping it. I think it sets a good tempo to the day, Wake Up Bama. So And it's only what? It's only 8, so if I can get it done by 8:30, then maybe I could be in bed by 9. All right. 3rd and 2, and they're stuffed. Oh, that was not good. Let's see. I do not. Hacker says, I do not believe we bumped Horton for Coleman. Yeah, I don't think so either. I think someone else brought it up inside the comment box earlier. They're like, look, if they wanted Horton, they would have kept Horton. They probably could have afforded to keep, I mean, each of the guys, right? I think so. I think that this was probably a case that's like he just sounded like he wanted to dip out. I mean, it sounds like he just came to be with Ty Simpson, right? So it looks like we might hit the halftime break, and it might be 17-10. So we'll go to halftime though, and then I gotta take care of this. So I appreciate you guys giving me grace on that as I take care of my responsibilities. 4th and 2, I would imagine they punt. There's 124 on my TV. Here's the punt. Yeah. Yes, Peak is going to South Carolina. Yep. Yeah, that was today. I thought Bama would be in play for that one. I really did. I think that unfortunately, um, that didn't work out. But like I said, you had how crazy is this, Sean? And thanks for the super chat, by the way, bro. I really appreciate it. But how crazy is this? How about Ty Haywood? Right? He's in the portal now. He probably end up at Bama. That's crazy. Um, yeah, Todd's asking about the receivers. Yes. So you only got 5 right here. Look, Ryan, Rico, Lazier, Derek Meadows, and Sedarian Morgan. That's crazy, right? All right, 119 left. I guess Miami's going to try to put something on the board. Oh, he's going to be sacked. Ooh, where did that guy come from? Hey, Michael Fortenberry, where's Ty Haywood going to go? You think he goes to Bama? Ooh, Tonette speaking like some real talk. Look, this is that real talk. You can't keep nobody that doesn't want to be kept. Shoot. Yep, that's right. And what do they say? You got to let it go, and if it comes back to you, it's yours. Miss Debbie is asking about Cam Coleman. Somebody want to get to her? It is, there's 14 seconds left. Does anybody want to know, can anybody guess where Cam Coleman's from? Yes, he's from Phoenix City. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Anna. I appreciate it. Appreciate you being in the corner as usual. Very faithful follower. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right, 114 remaining. It's 2nd and 18 for the Hurricanes. Little handoff up the middle. Miami is now around the football a ton of times in this game. Let's see. They ran the ball 23 times in the first quarter, in the first half, rather. There's a branch of Troy at the University of Phoenix City. Huh. I didn't know that. Thanks for the update. Troy is where I got my MBA. Oh, that's what's up, man. Congratulations. And that's 20 and 50 cents. Okay. All right, 110, and they got a 3rd and 16. All right, as you know, tomorrow, Wake Up Bama at 4, and then live again at 10 a.m. This is my announcement that I will be back at work tomorrow, okay? The announcement culture. Do you guys announce to your guys' like boss that you're coming back to work tomorrow? Oh man. Yeah. So this has been interesting. Hey Green, what's up, man? Thanks for being here. Green says Bama just trimming inconsistent production, and that was I agree for the most part, and I ran the numbers, and it pretty much lined up with that. There was a couple guys that had good production, but like Isaiah Horton's a weird one, right? Like he had production, right? You look to him, the numbers right here: 42 catches, 511, 8 touchdowns. That's production to me. But it seemed like this particular case is just somebody that didn't want to be here. It seems like he was only here to be with Ty Simpson, his friend. He has no allegiance to Alabama, doesn't care about the script A. He's not Roll Tide. He's just a football player that was trying to hang out with his friend, and now he's leaving. So, he's a portal surfer. Remember? A portal surfer. What else did we have? Remember we came up with all those terms? Portal surfer, portal, what was it? We had like 5 things. So he's a portal surfer. He came here he surfed in and he surfed out. So hang 10, cowabunga, whatever, bro. Okay, they're punting. Miami is punting. It looks like we're going to get closer to halftime. Although, yeah, Ole Miss is out of timeouts. Punt is fielded at the 30. I would imagine just kneel on it. Oh, yeah, he did hit the Crimson Crane. Yeah, hitting the Crimson Crane is like, that's kind of like you're going steady. You know what I'm saying? That's serious. All right, let's see if they sit on it or if they think they try to swag surfing. No, we came up with like 5 different things. I forget what it was. All right. Okay, Ole Miss is going for it. Okay, 3 wide, trips to the right. Trinidad in shotgun formation. He's back to pass. He's looking, checks down to a running back, and he's going to get out of bounds, and we're going to still have more football. Okay. Yeah, Todd, you're right, bro. I mean, isn't it 5,000? Wow, and Lacey, what happened to Lacey? Did he get like banged up or something like that after that long touchdown run? Trips right once again. There's 46 seconds left. They probably feel that they can get in field goal range with that kicker, right? Shotgun formation, back to pass, completed, but they have no timeout, so they got to hurry. Ball will stop. They got to spike it. Jackson Dart is a really good fantasy pickup, by the way. If you need like like a fantasy pickup, another completed pass gets out of bounds. Oh, he had a hamstring. All right, thank you. Yeah, shoot, I'm dealing with the hammy actually. My left hammy, it's starting to get better, but man, they can linger 100%. All right, shotgun formation at the 50. Man, and he ran. That was enough. I can't even believe he got in the end zone like that. Another completed pass. They're gonna have to hurry up again. Wow, are they gonna get points out of this? Come on, Golding. I'm kind of for Golding. I think. I like the underdog story. All right, there's a spike. It's 24 seconds left now. Who are you guys for? Miami or Ole Miss? I guess I'm going for Ole Miss now. I don't know. Something just came over me. It is Golding. I like this story. Right? Completely different from Kiffin. My goodness. You're never going to find Golding in doing hot yoga. You know what I'm saying? Just 2 completely different cats. Fornberry's going for Miami. Tonette Turnip's going for Ole Miss. Kid Latin says Ole Miss. I don't know. It could be 6,000 kids in the portal. I have no idea. The portal is wild. Imagine like even 5 years ago, it wasn't like this. Anna's not for anybody. And let's see. Damon is for Ole Miss. Yeah, I'm for Lag Gaming. Yeah. Come on now. Uh the Savage isn't buying the hamstring stuff. And Mark, what's up, man? He loves the SEC, but I'm not cheering for another team. Oh man. Yeah, Pete Golding, yeah, he was a completely different cat over here. Oh my goodness, that was nearly picked off. Yeah, he got in some trouble here for sure. But it's been good to see kind of his rebuilding, right? Saban loves him. Yeah, Todd is saying Kyle, David Ballou. Yeah, that's another guy people were trying to go after. Remember, is David Ballou? Everybody was getting it. Some people like Ballou, some people don't. The thing is, they still love Scott Cochran. That's the thing. Shotgun formation, pass out to the outside. Oh my goodness, dropped. Wow, that was huge. So it's 4th and 10 at the Miami 40. That would have probably put them at like what, the 32? That's a big difference for a field goal. Does he make this? Yes or no? Does he make this? I'm going to say no. I don't think he'll make this. What do you think, fam? 4th and 10. This is going to be a 58-yard field goal. Yo, this is good. Yo, that would have been good for 60 some. Whoa, bro. That's crazy. Was that Caleb Odom that dropped that pass? Oh, that's crazy. I didn't realize that was Caleb Odom. 58-yard field goal. Whoa, that was wild. That was crazy. 13. Wow. I'll put the half tag up just so I don't forget about it. That was crazy. That was wow, what a kick. That is a huge turning point in this game. They don't get points right there. It's a different story. And does Ole Miss get the ball for the third quarter? I think they might. Damn, that was crazy. There goes Lacey to the locker room. I don't know. Wow, that was great. Maroon Panther, 100%, bro. They're not targeting a punter in the transfer portal, right? You might need a backup. Oh my god, just take this into halftime. Man, I didn't like that Isaiah Horton news, but I think better news will come within the next couple of days. It's the EKG of the season. That's just how it is. It's just like ups, the downs. It's just all over the place. I just, I didn't anticipate him going. I just thought he'd go into the NFL. All right, let's see what we got. They're just going to sit on it. All right. So it is 17-13 in this game. Good game. Who do you think wins? Wow, Sugar Bowl or Fiesta Bowl has been good. All right, fam. Well, I got to take care of my stuff. So I'd hang out with you guys. It's just this I'm real dedicated to my job, and I always, I talk about consistency and performance, and I know that there is going to be times like during the year in like during, live schedule and stuff like that where it's just hard to keep up that consistency and performance, but it's just really important to me. So otherwise, I'd hang out with you guys here. But I like to have a good product ready, and it takes time, like the editing and making something good is not easy, right? Like I think like stuff can be good, but if you want to be great and if you really want to be kind of like stand out, like it takes what it takes. So um that's that's what we got to do. So I appreciate you guys. But thank you for hanging out with me for this halftime. Enjoy the rest of the game. I'll definitely catch you guys in the morning live at 10, and then for the Wake Up Bama podcast at 4 a.m. Right here on Bama Football on YouTube. So have a beautiful night. Who knows? By the time we catch up again, there might be another commitment, or who knows, right? I mean, it's only 8:30. Who knows what'll happen? But thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. Get some good rest. Say your prayers. Thank God for this amazing day, right? Don't ever forget to do that, right? Life is a gift, and, don't waste it, right? So I appreciate you guys, and I will see you next time right here on Bama Football